San Mateo County. After 25 years of uncontested sheriff's elections, San Mateo County residents on Tuesday will get to decide between an incumbent once swept up in a prostitution sting and a challenger with only small-town leadership experience. Running for the top cop position are Carlos Bolaños, who joined the sheriff's office in 2007 as undersheriff and was appointed sheriff 2 years ago when Greg Monk stepped down for medical reasons, and Mark Melville, a deputy with a decade on the force. Carlos Bolaños, neither candidate views the other as much of a choice, and each is counting on voters to concur. Way Bolaños sees it, Melville lacks the necessary experience to lead the 800-person agency that polices unincorporated parts of San Mateo County and runs its correctional facilities. Melville says Bolaños is an embarrassment to the sheriff's office and should have resigned 11 years ago after he and Monks were detained in a prostitution sting at an illegal bordello in Las Vegas. "They embarrassed our organization," Melville said. "That embarrassment has not gone away." Bolaños refused to answer this reporter's questions about the episode, pointing instead to a story in a different newspaper in which he vigorously denied any wrongdoing. "I'm not talking about that," he said. In the wake of the sting, dubbed Operation Dollhouse, Monks told reporters he believed he was going into a legitimate business. He called the incident a personal embarrassment but insisted neither he nor Bolaños violated any laws. No charges were filed against them. Melville scoffed at the idea the veteran lawman made an honest mistake. "If you look at the pictures of 3,474 Ildon Street, and I did, I'm thinking, oh my God, if these two top law enforcement officers in this county can't distinguish that this is not a massage parlor, you're kidding me," he said, referring to the ranch home where the men were detained. "There was no business sign on the outside and bars covered the windows of the residence located 2 miles off the strip in a gritty residential neighborhood," this news organization reported in 2008. Mark Melville also has a blemished record. The former Central Valley councilman was fined $400 for failing to disclose all of his financial interests during 2005 and 2006, as required by state campaign law. "Although I disagreed with the fine, I never fought it as I left the council after one term," Melville said. Bolaños did not seize on the misstep as a reason why voters should choose him over Melville. Instead, he suggested Melville isn't experienced enough to do the job. Before joining the sheriff's office, Melville was city manager of Gustine and Livingston, small towns in Merced County. He also oversaw the police departments of both. "I think that, for somebody to be qualified for sheriff they should have some experience higher than being a patrol deputy and they should have some executive-level experience in the sheriff's office, and if not, at least in the county in which they work," Bolaños said. Melville said if anything, his experience makes him more qualified. "The smaller agencies allow you to be involved at every level of the operation of the organization," he said. "I'm the only candidate between Carlos and I that's ever worked to beat the jail, the courts. He's never as the undersheriff ever worked any of those things. So, I've got a lot better knowledge of the people that I serve and the people that I work with." Despite their differences, Bolaños and Melville share a number of goals, including outfitting every deputy with a body-worn camera, a move that would ostensibly make the sheriff's office more transparent and accountable. "Law enforcement does a horrible job of telling the public what we do, why we do it and how we do it," Melville said. "That's got to stop," he continued. "Look at what's going on in this country. Oh my God. There's been a lot of mistakes made and there's very few chiefs and sheriffs who come out and admit it, and that's got to stop. We work for the people. Let's be honest with them." Bolaños took a similar position. I think it enhances trust and accountability for law enforcement, Bolaños said about the cameras. The problem for a sheriff's office is it's very expensive. The cameras, he added, will cost $1.1 million to purchase and maintain on an annual basis. But Bolaños said he expects to solve the funding challenge within the next couple of months. Melville said he would tap the $16 million in reserves Bolaños has amassed during his tenure. I can't see sitting on a $16 million surplus, Melville said. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Bolaños said that's an option, but not a good one. The problem is reserves are one-time monies, he said. Typically, you don't want to tap one-time money for an ongoing expense because you will very quickly run out of your reserves. Both men also vowed to do everything in their power to fill vacancies in the sheriff's office, which Bolaños pegs at 50 and Melville at 90, including deputies out on disability. Bolaños said a new position was created within the past month to recruit and retain deputies. I think this person is well on their way to developing some staffing goals for us which will allow us to see some tremendous improvement in our staffing figures in the future, he said. Melville said the sheriff's office could bring up more deputies through its Explorer program. We've got the farm system in place, he said, drawing a baseball analogy. It's making it work. Despite having been detained at an illegal brothel, Bolaños has been involved in a concerted effort to eradicate sex trafficking in unincorporated parts of San Mateo County. The sheriff's office shut down 10 massage parlors and arrested a prostitute at each between 2013 and 2015, according to crime data. Currently, to my knowledge, said San Mateo County Sheriff's LT. LLC, there are no more remaining illicit massage parlors within the unincorporated areas of San Mateo County. But Melville thinks more could be done. It is a big problem in this region, he said, and we need to address it on a county-wide basis. Sponsored content for the highest yield potential. Get the control that VT Double Pro technology can. By Watch This. You apply for www.bankbazaar.sg. South Korean President Moon, embarrassed by summits. Nikkei agent review how this man broke free from debt and turned it all. Ace Pro Academy freshman planned Columbine 2.0, shooting at a San. MercuryNews.com. California porn star Yurzan Bell